Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Cool. Today, it's me. It's my co-host, Jen Rosenstein, and wife. And I'm not going to say our guest yet because I'm going to introduce her proper. I'm really working on proper. So, our guest today, I'm very excited because, one, I had a chance to get to initially meet her in Canada, Montreal, at 2022 Just for Laughs New Faces, where she performed. And then I'll say how we reconnected, but let me give you a little background.
Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
All right, let's just say this. Since then, Miss Ali Kolbert has appeared on the Today Show with Kathie Lee and Hoda, countless episodes of True TV's Comedy Knockout, NBC's Bring the Funny, and also a little late with Lily Singh, also the late Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Like I said, you were in Variety Magazine. You were in Forbes for 30 Under 30. Who are you? You graduated from New York University. Tisch, I don't even know what
Trust fund baby
means.
It's okay.
And you also have a hit podcast, Breaking Down with Ali Kolbert, after inking an exclusive deal with Spotify.
Wow, it should be like a form of torture for someone to read your bio back to you.
I mean that sounds boring to me.
It is boring.
Are you going to do something with your life?
And those things are all like not so. It sounds better than it is.
We've all written
pretty
bios.
cool.
Trust me, we've all written bios. I understand that. But nonetheless, it is a factual, heavy-heaped, I just made that a heavy-heaped performance bio.
Performance bio.
And so, again, welcome to Not Cool.
Thank you.
I love that you're here. I feel
you.
really honored that you're here.
Wow.
And in fact, because I got to know a little bit about who you were, because here's the thing. When I was in Montreal, I was with Jessica Kirsten, and I think we were at
Joe Coy's Gala.
Yes. And then I met you, and I met a bunch of really, and who I didn't even know, star-studded podcasters, like Girls Gotta Eat, right?
Ashley and Raina.
Yeah. Didn't even know, had no oblivion of who I was actually meeting.
Oh, God.
But then it was after the fact, I was like, oh, shit. Like, I just met some really amazing, huge comedians that have these massive podcasts. And it was cool. It was a cool thing. I was like, oh, that's amazing that I get to be in a position where I meet all these really cool people. And then, so I followed you on Instagram. And then
she mentioned you too.
Really?
She's like, I met this really cool chick. She's a lesbian. You would love her.
I did remember meeting you because it was cool to meet like a lesbian that was cool. Comedy in LA.
She said the same thing.
Yeah, it was cool. And also I love Jessica so much. Just to be clear, my podcast is nowhere near. Ashley and Raina have like a stratospheric level of fame with their podcast. And let's throw up What Happens in Vegas. But that's a huge, huge show. I mean, they're selling out like the Beacon Theater. My podcast is not. I just want to clarify that I'm not doing as well. But I loved meeting you, and I'm a huge fan of Jessica Kirsten. She's so funny. Yeah, she's like my favorite comedian ever.
She's amazing. Well, speaking of, because there's a whole Jessica Kirsten, Ashley Gavin. You were on her podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Also, and all based out of New York comedy. Right? So it's so we were talking before. So you live in Los Angeles now. I do. Moved from New York.
Yeah.
How long have you been in LA?
I've been in LA now for 4 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Where?
Venice.
Oh, smack. Okay. The whole 4 years?
You're cobbling together a whole conspiracy about my family money.
You're a West Side Les.
I just love the idea that whoever you bring on, your wife,
I can tell by this.
It's just like money.
Another money. It's because I'm a Jew.
First of all, I'm a Jew too.
I know.
But these are new. I got these last week.
Venice.
I've never had a Burke ever. I got them in Venice. I haven't had a closed-toe Burke. And my girlfriend has these Burks. I wore them, and then everyone was having Burks. And I thought, let me get Burks. These are $120. Not so expensive. Very nice look. Very vibey.
Very Venice.
I love them.
I did get the fur lining.
See, I didn't even take the sticker off. Do you have Burks?
No. Did you go surfing this morning?
I didn't go surfing this morning.
No.
I don't surf.
Walk on the beach?
Do Jews surf, really?
We walk in the desert.
I walk on the beach every day. Sorry, back to you.
No, it's totally okay. That Jen, so brings me to another thing,
Yeah.
okay? Because you obviously are in a same-sex relationship,
I am.
obviously.
Yeah.
And
She's blonde.
okay, but
It's not you.
do you guys, let me ask you. So, we were just talking before the show we actually started.
Yeah.
And Jen, we are complete opposite of how we approach life.
Mm.
Like, for instance, I read your bio and I was like, wow, after she went to New York University. That's
Right.
amazing. In my
Tell
perception,
them what your bitch wife said.
I was like, how amazing is that?
Yeah.
She is such a smarty pants. And then Jen's perspective is,
Yeah.
she has money.
Right.
Right?
Wait,
I'm
no,
like,
I
what
didn't
is
say
wrong
that.
with you?
I didn't say it like that.
She said trust fund baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way. That's a beautiful school to go to. And I know it's not easy to get into.
No.
Yeah, thank you.
That's just
So
me
hard to
being
get into.
silly.
Thanks so much.
I went to a school that most students they come from money their parents.
Where did you
pay.
go?
I went to Art Center College of Design.
Yeah. So let's
in
calm
Pasadena.
down.
Art Center College of Design.
It's in Pasadena. It's like big private school for arts.
There's no art school where there are not trust fund children that go to that school. So it's very equivalent. It doesn't really matter if you have money in your bank account. It's hard to get into New York
I just love
University.
saying that.
I mean, I get it.
It's
Most
fun
of the
to
kids
say.
at NYU are trust fund kids.
Okay, so you've been living.
Nothing's wrong with that.
No, and whatever.
If I had an NYU degree,
What would you
I would have
do?
it tattooed on my fucking forehead.
Really?
Are you kidding? I dropped out of 1 year of art school in Chicago. Like it would be I would talk
She
about
would.
nothing else. I would start a podcast simply because I graduated NYU and that would be the name of it.
Wow. But
NYU
what do you think
graduate.
people think about that? I mean, I think people generally go where you went with it. They say you're a trust fund kid. I don't think people are endeared to that at all. People are put off by it, like your wife. So I don't start there.
This is the reason I brought both of you on here. I
Yeah.
really just wanted you two to meet and see how this went.
We're a family because we're both Jewish lesbians. I mean, there's
brown eye, brown hair.
I mean, we're the same. So.
Basically the same person.
People think I'm from New York, but I'm from LA.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. LA, Jew. Where'd you go to high school?
I went like 45 minutes east from here
Okay.
in Rancho Cucamonga, which is very not
Rancho Cucamonga.
It's the opposite of New
Bless you.
York.
rich. The Inland
True.
Empire.
Wow.
I guess that would be the equivalent to like what Yonkers
Uh-huh.
of New York,
Wow. Okay.
right? Isn't
Yeah.
that like kind of like a
Yeah.
But now it's like, whatever.
Getting hot.
Yeah.
So you've
Top,
lived, okay,
the
so
IE.
yeah, so Jen, oftentimes people think that she's from New York because of how she carries herself.
Yeah.
She's, you're strong. Like you kind of are a
Mhm.
stronger personality. And she wears all black. There's all black happening. This is the most vibrant color you're going to get, which is denim,
Yeah.
which is a form of black, just a little lighter in the sun. So
Wow.
since coming from New York,
Yeah.
and John Cougar Mellencamp still wears it, so it still classifies as rock and roll.
Yeah.
So you've lived here in LA. What do you think about LA? Because I hear you're thinking about moving back.
So here's the thing. Like I'm split, and this weighs on me heavily.
Okay.
Both cities. I can't seem to scratch the itch fully in either place. It's almost as if I have to just constantly kind of oscillate between the two in order to feel fulfilled. I'm here and then I'm like, it's nice out. And then I kind of get this LA fatigue. I go to New York. I feel inspired by the pacing and then I'm cold and miserable and then I have to come back. And it's really only in that sort of pendulum swing that I find something that feels like happiness. I don't know how to stay in one of them. I can't imagine being confined fully to one of them. Did you ever read that New Yorker piece, LA to New York and AD infinitum or whatever?
No.
It really captures well what I'm saying. Like
About the bicoastal or not finding the happy spot.
yeah,
in
and
the
I
pendulum?
obviously can handle being bicoastal because I come from money, but like I do feel that like settling in one of them, there's a part of you that's unfulfilled.
Have you tried living in other areas of Los Angeles besides Venice or Brentwood or Santa Monica or the rich
I've
white
tried
area?
Beverly Hills and Malibu, but
or the Palisades. Have you tried the
here's,
Palisades yet?
here's the thing with
Ghetto.
with Venice, with the West Side, is I like being by the water.
By rich people.
To me, by rich people, I feel comfortable around all those smoothie shops. I like being where I can be by the beach, because coming to LA, I was like, that's what I associated with Los Angeles and California. I wasn't going to leave New York to then be in Highland Park and take 2 hours to get to the west side.
We live in
Well, why
Highland
do you
Park.
have to go to the west side?
To the
Oh,
water.
to go to
Water.
the water.
The water.
Mm.
We
Yeah,
have
the water.
reservoirs.
We do have a
Over
reservoir.
here.
That's like
I
a
like
water.
the beach. Like, that feels California to me.
Mm.
I like walking around Venice. I like that it's walkable.
Does it though? But like, if you have to drive for work or whatever, I imagine it takes a lot of time with your private jet and your helicopter right into the
I
studios.
want to apologize right up top. I just
So-
want to. Okay.
What am I doing? Like, I just won't grab shows over there as often as I would grab shows
Mm.
in like West Hollywood.
Like comedy shows or writing?
Yeah, comedy shows.
Oh, got it.
Like, I just don't, you know.
Like how long?
People
do
are
you-
like, well, what are you going to do? It's like, but what do I have to do over there? What is over there? My
Well, I'm the-
hospital? I don't understand.
Where is-
Far east.
What
And everyone's like, well, it's
about
going to
Silver
take so long to get
But here's the
to
thing.
Eagle Rock. And it's like, well, I'm not going to go to Eagle Rock. I don't know what to tell
Okay.
you.
But can you, instead of going all the way back to New York, because Highland Park, Eagle Rock, okay,
A slow move
Silver
to New
Lake.
York. I'll move to Eagle Rock.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
Well,
months
maybe
later,
Silver
I'm-
Lake. So we lived in Silver Lake for years.
Yeah.
And because I once upon a time lived on the west side as well.
So don't
And
come for
once-
me.
I
Well,
know,
no, but
and
this
she
is
dated
why I'm
lawyers.
saying-
I'm telling
That's
you.
good.
This
Jews
is-
support other Jews.
I'm not
What is
sure
this? And we
what
Well,
don't-
I'm
the
here
deal
to
is,
support
trust
you because of this. But once I moved to the east side,
Yeah.
I fucking loved it.
Really?
I loved it. It's the best place I've ever lived in LA, and I'm from here.
Wow.
Just culturally,
So-
the food, there's a lot happening, a lot of queer stuff happening. It really doesn't take 2 hours to get to the beach. It's very central to like West Hollywood.
To
Hollywood.
Cucamongo.
I feel like we're trying to.
Cucamonga.
Like,
I think I'm
really
gonna
I'm
come
just
cover
saying
the
that there's
side.
other. When I lived I lived in Brentwood for a hot minute, and I fucking hated
So
it.
you lived in Brentwood too.
That's
Brentwood
why I'm
Arts told you,
saying-
attacking me, and it's shadow work.
And I'm.
I think she's projecting.
You're projecting a
self-hatred
lot
outward.
onto me.
I'm
and go to
saying-
therapy. Don't come to the show. What is this? So no, I hear what you're saying. I do think I'm going to go to New
because
York.
I have that experience.
No, I know, and I do think I'm going to go to New York, and then after like 2 years, I'm going to come back to LA.
How does your girlfriend think about that? Is
Okay,
she
so
going
is-
with you?
Is
My
your-
girlfriend can't live in Los Angeles right now because her job is New York based, and I can do my job from both places.
So she's in New York.
She's in New York.
Mm.
She's in New York.
Did
She's
she
in-
ever come out here?
Yeah, she was here this past weekend.
Okay, by
Yeah,
the
she
way,
was.
because I follow you on Instagram.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
Oh yeah, she's adorable.
She's a blondie.
She's banging.
And so yeah.
She's
so
smart too. Can you believe that?
Mm.
what does she do?
She's an investigative reporter for the New York Times.
Oh,
You would be
fuck
great
yeah.
at that.
Fuck yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
believe that? That's like a real job. Her
That's
job
hot.
is to like take everything seriously, and ours
love
is to
that.
just mess with everything.
How'd you guys meet?
We've been friends for like a decade. We're both single at the same time. It's
Were you
cool.
friends when you were dating your ex? I don't
Yeah,
want to
she
bring
met
this
my
up.
ex, too.
Okay, but okay. So let me just
And I
So-
was friends with her when she was engaged to a guy.
Zadump. She was a straightie. Are
But
you?
then she said I'm gay and she broke up with him. And then she's been dating women for years, but I was engaged
to
To a
the
woman.
yoga teacher?
to the yoga teacher.
Okay, so when hi Ali. So yeah, when I met you
Yeah.
in 2022,
I just got engaged.
I
think.
do. I remember because you were dating a yoga teacher, and you were
Yeah.
and you were telling me about it. It's how I knew. And then I saw your post about the new with this.
That's
I was,
not
and
the
I
yoga
kept
teacher.
thinking, I was like, God, that doesn't look like her. I know she's blonde, but
Right.
Oh.
So I did it. So I was like, yeah,
Did some investigating.
Yes.
It's funny the algorithm hit. Like I've posted other stuff, but it's just funny. It trickles in. People will miss some stuff, and then people are still catching up
Yeah.
to the breakup. I'm sorry I didn't reach out to you to tell you.
No,
that my life
can
fell
you-
apart. But you were on top of my list.
Yeah. I did.
But then
it.
you moved to LA.
I was in LA with.
Yeah, you were in
my
LA
fiance.
with her, right?
That's
Didn't
true.
she lived here?
She
We won't
lived here.
talk too much about your
Yeah,
ex
she
'cause
lived
she's
here,
not
and
here to defend herself.
then I was as I feel bad about that.
Yeah, that's what I
But
mean.
she
I
was
won't-
here, and then we lived together out here. We were engaged, and then we broke up.
Okay, and
But
that,
it's totally okay now. It's okay.
do you guys talk? Do you talk to your exes? in
I
general?
I don't see us not being friends. I really see us
That's
being
good.
being friends. We didn't have a bad breakup. Like it was painful, but we're not
Mm.
mad at each. I mean, she might be mad at me. I don't know.
Mm.
But we had a dog. That's what we were talking about before. So she has the dog now, and that's the worst part. That no, I mean, other than your life falling apart, but the dog
The dog
is a mess.
Well,
happened
let
to
me.
me.
Okay,
What-
so
How'd you do?
I lost our dog, not our dog, in a breakup.
And
The
did you
lawyer
get the
took
dog
the dog.
together?
No, the lawyer took. Yeah, we did, and the lawyer took the dog
Why? It was like,
because she said it's my dog, even though we got the dog together.
whoa. And
I
was
know.
she a lawyer, or you're saying your lawyer took the?
No,
Were you married?
she's if it was illegal. No, she took. She's a lawyer now. She took the dog.
She took the dog. Did you want to fight for the dog?
I had no say. She literally kidnapped the dog.
Got it. Yeah,
It was
I didn't want to
devastating.
take the dog from my ex.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, this was like a hot point for your followers, for your fans,
Yeah.
because I'm on that point. Because before the podcast, I always put it out to people that follow me of like, hey, Ali Kolbert's come on the show. Do you have any questions for her? And one of the questions was, where'd it go? Crap. What is the custody arrangement with Ali's pup, Luca? And I was like, what is that?
That is specific.
People know
Who
about
wrote
you.
that? Let me
That
see who
I
wrote
can't
that.
off air.
Is
I
it
don't know
someone we
who.
know?
No, and in fact, no, it's somebody who doesn't even have a photo on their profile.
That's so strange.
What if
I'm
it's your
so
ex?
curious who that is. No, yeah,
But
right.
they were
That's
a big
so
fan
funny.
of, but that got so specific. I was like, damn.
I know.
So that's what made me.
You know, we were going to, for a while, share the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard of couples doing that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like they break up and they share. And I know people that have been doing that for years. But that felt like a crazy arrangement to do
Mm.
long term.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think so? Is that viable when people do that? When
I
people
know
long term
people
share
that-
dogs?
I know people that do that.
But
I
like,
don't think it's viable.
What is
I
the
don't think
trade
it's
off though?
Fair.
What is the trade off though? How is it fair for the dog? And how often do you have the dog and then switch? It just feels like you're going to do that for what, 7, 8, not, I mean, God, imagine the dog lives for a while. You're going to do that for 10 years with your
Mhm.
ex? Isn't that crazy?
If you're my ex, we're out. Like, you know
You're
what I'm
not even
saying?
friends?
No, I
She's
have
not
no. It's
friends.
interestingly enough, the guys I've dated,
Yeah.
I'm friends with.
Yeah.
There's no problem at all. Like,
Mhm.
very good friends. They've had relationships. One of them's married. I think it's amazing. He's a kid.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
right.
But the women I've dated, no. Like,
They don't want to, or you don't
we're
want
out. They definitely don't want to be friends with me.
Mm.
Whoa.
Nope. No.
Yeah. It's funny. I say that I want to be friends with my exes, but I'm blocked by almost all of them.
Mm.
Have you dated guys? Are you all women?
I dated a
Uh-huh.
guy like in college, but after that, I was pretty much all women. I'll like hook up with a guy once in a while just to, and I'll like, I hate that. I
Yeah.
just check that I hate it.
Because did you know, like, I mean,
I
way
always-
early on-
yeah, I was
You're probably
always-
sick of this question, by the way,
No,
but it
ask
is
me.
of interest to me because I'm
I
always.
always knew I was gay. I always felt I didn't align or identify with straight. I didn't have crushes on guys. I was like
Mhm.
trying to make that work. That never happened. I was in love with my best friend growing up.
Okay.
Like that was like the classic cliche queer story.
Mhm.
And then I really identify with like this like yearning for women. I feel
Mhm.
super gay in that. Like I'm just like always like, oh my God. Like if I see a girl in a sundress, I'm like, oh my, I freak out. Like I just love women. I just lose my mind over them. I'm so attracted to women. I could opine about women for hours.
No, it's, you got to be passionate about something.
Yeah. And I'm happy that it's women. I mean, I think they're divine
But you
creatures.
do you go
Some
for
of them
more,
are awful.
Yeah. So do you go for like more feminine femmies?
Yeah. Oh my God.
You don't like butch
No,
lesbians
no,
at
no.
all?
I mean, I go for like
Okay.
girly. I just
Based-
think they're
yeah.
the cutest things.
Mm.
Yeah, but are you a girly girl at all? Because let me ask you, tell you why I asked.
You don't have to defend any of your
No
questions. You're not
defensive.
gonna
I
defend
want to
it.
You
give you
just have to ask.
background.
Yeah, give me background.
Because the story, you posted a story on Instagram.
Yeah. About what?
Because listen, to relate,
Yeah.
I love like influencer beauty shit. I
Sure.
watch it all. Food, how to get
Oh,
your
she
skin.
does.
If I'm
She
100, I
does.
want to look 12. You know,
That's
like
true
You look great. Your
story.
there's
skin's awesome.
salmon skin. People are doing
Great
salmon
skin.
semen. I'm like,
She does
where
salmon
do you
semen on
get
her
that?
face.
Where do I gotta
Wow.
go to get? Where do I gotta
I
order?
jizz and
How
put
long
it
have
on
you
her
guys been
face.
married?
It'll be 6 years in May.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
So your story, it was about a beauty influencer who was
Yeah.
putting makeup on with broccoli.
Unreal. It's I want to try it, but did want to call it out for being ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
come on, what are you doing?
Okay.
Wait, what did you?
She was applying like bronzer with a broccoli like
The head of a broccoli.
head because it like freckles her face naturally well. She knew, like, it was like tongue, like she understood that it was kind of like a joke,
Mhm.
but she posted it in earnest. So let's
Did it
call it
work?
out. It looked amazing.
You
It
know
did
what?
look incredible. Like if you watch the video, I was blown away.
The only reason I didn't go down the rabbit hole of that video, because I will click on it just to see, because I have to know.
She loves clickbait.
No, but it wasn't even 8:00 this morning. I had already ordered a box of
Oh,
venison
boy.
beef jerky sticks. For sure. From
Like
Hawaii.
Postmates to your house?
No, just
Oh.
online.
Yeah.
Because someone posted it. I mean, like this is the kind of insanity.
She also went in on cookies this morning.
What about
just cookies?
Just
I
cookies.
love
Where I
cookies.
could buy cookies.
Where do you
and
get
she
good
can order
cookies?
cookies.
Well, again, I have no shame about it, but it was an influencer out of Texas.
Yeah.
And she's
Texas.
a cook. But it's like gluten-free, no refined sugar, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
From LA. What do you want from me?
Influence me. I want to be.
That's
influenced.
what
I
I'm-
like it. I'm open.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Look, man,
So-
benefits me too.
Yeah, so I went down this rabbit hole of cookies.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you could buy them and order them, but I was like, you can get them at the local coffee shop. Sometimes I forget that I live in Los Angeles, where every single person who's influencing is like that. It's
They're
right
they're
here.
down the street. Did you see that I got the Hailey Bieber soft serve?
I did.
Can't.
Okay, which there's so many things that we have in common. Hailey
Oh my
Bieber.
God. Heroin.
Not, I haven't had the soft serve yet, but
I love the smoothie. Obviously, it's overpriced, but
it's stupid.
It's really good though, right?
But
She
mentally,
needs it like every day.
I don't. But mentally,
Yeah.
I think this is making me look younger for sure.
Did you try the Kourtney Kardashian one?
Not yet.
It's gone. It's out.
There's
No.
a new one.
We're talking
a
about Air One
Richie.
smoothies.
Yeah,
if you're
Sophia
just
Richie.
listening.
It's a cherry smoothie. I'm gonna get that one later today.
I saw Jill post about that. I was like,
Who?
Jill Madden. They're married, the Richies.
Oh yeah, Nicole
Joel
Richie.
Matt-
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
And I saw it. I was like, oh shit, they're doing Air One now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since we're on the topic of people who've asked you questions, I'll
Yes.
ask you the other. I just pull a few
I'm
of them.
so
I'm
curious,
not going
yeah.
on. One of them is, what's your best and worst gig so far as a stand-up comedian?
My best and worst. Okay, my worst gig I know pretty easily. I did this show at a casino that was like 35 minutes away from JFK Airport, like in the middle of nowhere. And they set it up that you perform just on the casino floor,
Nope.
Nope. No.
like while people are gambling. There's no announcement. They just have you standing
Oh, boy.
on the casino floor doing like 30 minutes.
eye level to the slot machines.
It was psycho.
Do you have a mic though?
There
no
was a
music
mic, but it
playing.
was just insane. It was
Oh.
so insane. And like people were so confused that it was a show. I think we were eye level to the slot machines, but we were in the middle of what was usually like a bar.
Mm.
So people would like gather around, like you might do like a layup pool. Like people could like swim up to the show. It was so brutal. And it was like, you could so clearly see that it wasn't going to work, but you still had to do your time.
Yeah.
Obviously.
How much
that's
time did you do?
I think I did like 25
Nope.
minutes.
Okay.
Did you get paid?
I got paid, but
Like, was it a good pain?
no, it wasn't good pay. I mean, I was probably like 3 years into comedy. It was crazy bad. It was me and a few other folks. And like, I just couldn't believe that we were just doing it. We were just barreling through this like 90-minute show. People were like, what's going on? Like people walking around, like coming up to the show being like, can I get water? Like it was crazy. They didn't realize it was so bad. And like
Yeah.
the pain was in that. At least sometimes you have a captivated audience and you're bombing and like you could kind of in some perverse way get a kick out of the bomb. You're like, okay, well, I'll remember. But that was like, no one was even listening. It was like, I don't know why I just have to power through this.
Yeah.
It was really bad. I hated it.
Did anybody applause when you were finished, or was it
Is it
just
like
I don't think people knew when we started or when
That's
we
what I'm
finished.
saying.
No one was a part of it.
Like, was it so loud,
Oh,
like with
God.
all the gambling sounds, like ding dong, ding
Yeah.
dong,
That-
and then you're like, ding dong, ding. Like it was so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Wow.
I don't even know what
I'm
that
so
was.
sorry.
It was so weird. It was so. What was your worst gig?
Well, I was thinking of an open mic that it was in Colorado. I was just starting comedy and I dragged my mom. We were in Breckenridge, Colorado.
I'm going there. 2
When?
weeks.
Because you have money.
So go skiing.
Spring skiing. She's desperately would love to do that.
I'm going with my sister, and our friends
So
have
jealous.
epic passes, so I'm not even paying for the ski passes because I couldn't afford it. Just wanted
It's
you to- I
expensive.
just wanted you to know that.
We
Let's
used
throw
to
up what
go
happens in
every
Vegas.
year.
Is it fun? I've never been.
It's a blast. You're going to
That's
love
the
it. No,
best.
it's the best. It's literally, my mom was a ski instructor
Whoa,
growing up.
that's
So
fun.
we've done there's a lot of activities that we had growing up, and one of them was skiing. I know it's not a poor sport, so you can come after me if you like. That's
Got it. I'm gonna actually go horseback riding later if you want to.
I'm gonna go play golf.
Equine horseback riding.
I have a cricket game tonight if you want to come.
You have cricket? Oh, perfect. I'll be there.
But then I have to wash my Porsche, so then I'll be over right after that. Okay, but I'm not washing. I'm gonna watch my assistant watch that. So that's cool.
That's great.
Anywho, okay, so all right, that was your worst gig.
Worst gig.
What was your best gig?
I mean, like
this one.
This one?
No.
Like, what do you mean best? Like something that was like so exciting or
so
something that
fulfilling.
Okay,
for
all right,
you.
I'll bring it. Let me
You know?
focus this in.
What is best?
do it.
You just did a show, a huge theater show with Matt Rife.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
How was that? Yeah, how was that?
I opened for Matt Rife at Radio City, and it was huge. Obviously, people keep going, "Wow, was that your first time playing Radio City?" I'm like, "Yes." What are you talking about? Yes, and then everyone also goes, "That the biggest venue you've ever played?" Oh no, you missed it when I did Madison
Dodger
Square Garden.
Stadium,
I don't know how you missed it. What are you talking about?
When
My
did you do
parents
Madison
are like, "Is that the biggest place you ever played?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I've been doing Yankee Stadium. I just haven't been telling you." What are you talking about? Obviously, this is the biggest place I've ever played.
Oh
Radio
wait,
City
no,
Music Hall.
you didn't do Madison Square Garden. You were just
No, I
fucking-
did Radio City Music Hall, but I'm just
Huge.
confused that everyone's like, "Was that the biggest place?" I'm like, "Yes."
Because
Yeah.
now everybody sees
bigger than the
comedians.
cellar.
Yeah.
It's bigger than the cellar.
Because comedians now are doing. I mean, it's
I know.
stupid.
They're doing
It's
stadiums.
dumb. I'm
Yeah.
like, how the fuck do you even have that many people?
I know.
It doesn't make. It's just comedy anyway.
6 shows he had.
Yeah. So okay. So how was that?
That was amazing. I
it's a
mean,
big
I was
deal.
really actually pretty nervous for the first one. Just like, I don't know what to expect, like with acoustics and hearing and, like, I don't know. It's just such a big room, you know? So it was good though. And then the second one was really fun because I was like, okay, I get it now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You did 6 shows.
I only did 2. I only did his Saturday night shows, but he himself sold out 6 shows. I mean, he's killing it right
But you
now.
know what, man? Good for you for being on that.
Good for me.
How did
For
you get that
It's
gig?
Cool.
I texted him and I said, "Hey, are you in town? We should get a drink." And he said, "Why don't you open for me?" I said, "Okay."
Oh fuck yes.
He's a generous
That's
dude.
cool.
Have you known him for a long time then?
Yeah, he's a good guy. He like lifts. I don't know what people are saying about him online, but he like lifts up all of his people.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that. I've actually saw him perform way before he was Matt Rife
Yeah,
at it was a shit bar.
yeah,
And I remember him when he had a white t-shirt and I was like, damn, that dude's attractive.
yeah. He's a cutie.
But it was one of those things, he had a presence about him that he's like somebody, but it
Mhm.
was before he wasn't anybody.
because he's so good looking.
He's so
And rich.
stunningly, it's stupid. You're like,
He's really pretty.
why do you do this? Like, that's what I was like, why? You don't have to do this.
I
If
know.
you don't want to. You
I
don't
know.
need to.
Well, hey,
So, yeah.
What did you think about his special?
I thought it was good. Yeah,
I didn't watch it, so I
I
can't
don't-
say anything.
I don't. The one on Netflix. I
The
think
one
I
that
watched it.
everybody's talking about.
Did I watch? I think I watched it.
When
I
he
don't
like
know.
literally drops his mic.
No, I didn't watch it. Maybe I didn't watch it. He has like 5 specials. I've
Yeah,
seen
the
his
one
YouTube
that they're like
Oh, yeah.
going down on him on.
Oh, I mean, listen, he had me open for him at radio. Special song. What am I gonna say? I love it.
No, I just didn't know like if you
She's
watched
trying-
it.
Yeah,
No,
don't
I'm not.
fucking bait me.
I'm just asking.
I'm like, he's a
how
good
you-
dude.
I'm like, he's an amazing guy.
He's a good dude.
I'm
Shut up, shut up!
I'm sure he's
It's
a
her
good
job. I'm telling.
I don't wanna talk about it.
It's
I don't
her
wanna talk
job.
about it.
I know.
He's
a
great.
Good,
He's the best.
He seems a good dude.
He's the best.
Anybody who
I'm
brings.
not saying he's not. I'm just asking
hot
if you
and funny.
watched
Leave
his.
him alone.
Okay.
And nice. What do you want?
Okay. All right, I'm going to go to these next questions. I like how you're handling this. This is truly.
This is how our marriage would go down.
This is top and top. I'm watching 2 tops top it out. Like, it is truly. I'm like, wow, Allie, you know what? For someone so tiny, you are crushing it. But
Thank
she
you
has,
for not telling
she
me.
out-topped you on that one. I'm not going to lie. She pissed on your piss.
You know what? Sometimes I want to be topped.
Okay,
Oh,
here we go.
take that home. Yeah.
So the next question for you, is she still a Swelsey fan? And
A what fan?
Swelsey, and are you still
Swift.
invested in that whole?
So I'm not like crazy about them. I just like acknowledged what I thought was a great union. I don't follow them, but right now they're actually impossible not like I'm not they're just showing me. My news feed didn't like the Japanese embassy put out a notice being like we are confident that Taylor Swift can make it to the Super Bowl in time. Like this news is impossible to miss
Oh my god!
if you're on your phone.
I did not see. I mean, I know the whole
So
conspiracy
dumb.
theory.
Yeah.
So
isn't that
dumb.
insane? 1 in 3 Americans believe that.
Yeah, they
100.
believe that the Democratic Party put Taylor Swift in place with NFL for votes.
And how does that work? How does that lead to the right votes? I'm kind of confused.
Because the younger
The
generation.
Swifties will be like, I'll do
Swifties.
whatever Swiftie does. And like,
Mhm.
well, she'll infiltrate the middle America
through
conservatives
the
through the NFL.
NFL. Wow.
Mhm.
I mean, that's cool.
Mm.
Did you see what Biden posted?
No.
He
No, oh, the
posted-
red, not the
yeah,
red light
red
things.
light.
Okay.
That was really
Okay.
funny.
Somebody, but that was
The
another
moment
thing.
it happened, we were sitting because we were watching.
I was like,
Super
is it
Bowl.
the
I was
hacked?
like, oh my God.
It was, did you read the comments on the comments is where it's at.
You're like,
I
is
did,
he
Like,
okay? Did he get hacked? Like it was.
Because that wasn't him. Why would he approve that?
Why would he do that?
Well, he
Who
doesn't
did
touch
that?
his.
He doesn't. He
Instagram.
shouldn't. He can't. He's so old.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, I know this is not unique or original, but like, what are we doing? What this is like
What's
elder
happening?
abuse.
Just get Kamala in there.
Where has she been?
She photographed her. I know that.
You know that.
Like, you know,
You
All
saw
right.
her once,
twice.
twice. You saw her.
3 times a lady. Next question. Does Allie, that'd
Yeah.
be you.
Yeah.
Does Allie worry about not worrying? And I thought somebody had to know your content because I was like, they know her personally. So
Do
it
I
seems like
worry
a
about
personal
not worrying?
question. Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Like, do you worry a lot? And are you worried that you're
Are you an
gonna not-
anxious, worried person?
I know. That's what
But
I'm
what does
thinking.
it mean? Worry about not worrying.
Means it sounds like you double worry. Like you worry about not worrying enough or you worry about worrying too much. You worry.
Okay, so I've talked to some extent about how I used to think and used to feel that if I didn't worry about something, it meant I didn't care about it.
Okay.
In terms of work.
Mhm.
Like if I'm not getting anxious about this show, or if I'm not kind of worried about how a pitch will go or this script will come out, then do I really care about it? And I actually feel like that belief had held me back.
Mm.
I don't think you need to worry to the extent that you might lend yourself to worrying.
Mm.
So I've thought about that a bit. I worry. I don't have so much anxiety around I have much more anxiety about relationships and people
Mhm.
than I do about my career.
Mm.
My career has never been, I chose this because I love it. When you were saying, I'm sorry you came to do this podcast. I don't get people that do like,
I know.
that have like labors of love. You know,
Mm.
you photograph, I'm assuming you like love that,
Mm.
right? Like you find, this is your art, it's your craft. I don't get when comedians are like, I don't fucking want to do this. And then quit.
Mm-hmm.
No one is
Mhm.
asking you to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing this? You think you owe? No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Do this because you like it. So, and this has always been, I've always wanted to do this. I feel inspired to do it. If I'm not inspired to do it, I still show up for it. Like, this is not where I'm worrying. I'll always do this. And I think if you do something consistently and you are nice and on time and even somewhat talented, good things will come your way.
Yeah.
I worry about other people. That's where I get anxious. Does someone I always think people are mad at me.
Yeah.
I don't know if someone likes me, or I feel like I like someone more than they like me. That stuff that's a minefield for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I get anxious and I have to trust myself and just know if they like whatever, then that's meant to be. But that's really where I get tripped up. You?
How were you as a kid? Were you like that as a kid? Like worried about other people? Like were you bullied? Were you like
I was
They usually
have a
comes
lot
from
of friends?
family stuff.
Yeah. Like what was
I have
that
my
like?
own. Only
worried as a kid. I felt anxious around my sexuality because I kind of knew something was going on that I didn't voice.
Mhm.
So I was always worried about someone like revealing something that would out myself. Little things. I was so gay on the inside that I was worried I would do something that would tip people off to the fact that I was queer. I had this big, huge crush on Jennifer Aniston. And I remember when she started doing the Smart Water campaign, I was afraid to buy Smart Water in front of people because I was like, hey, you're a dyke. You like Jennifer Aniston? And I was like, no, you're just so fucking gay that you're worried that people are going to think. So I had this self-consciousness of people are noticing everything I'm doing.
Mm.
Detail stuff. But I was very attached to my mom. I was kind of depressive because I felt gay. I didn't feel like I was cool. We talked about cool. The cool kids had these crushes on guys and they would take them out back and they would blow them. And I was like, oh my God, I just want to cuddle my friend. It was really confusing. You know? That stuff was confusing.
Yeah,
and the
that's
money didn't
real.
help.
Yeah. Money doesn't when
It
you're
doesn't
rich,
matter how rich
more
you
money,
are.
more problems.
You know, so I don't know where the anxiety's from. Probably just being gay.
But did you grow up? Was it like an ultra religious house?
No, my God, my family is so cool. They did not care that I was gay. It was really just that like I'd never seen a lesbian. Like who was a
Rosie?
lesbian?
You didn't watch
This
Rosie?
is true.
Who was a lesbian? Rosie
in the 90s?
and Ellen.
Like how? Well,
And Joe from Facts of
I'm
Life.
30.
30. Okay,
Rosie
so
and Ellen, right?
the Rosie and the Ellen stuff was way before.
So
Because
sure.
that was around my time.
Yeah, and
in the
those were the
90s.
2 lesbians
Yeah.
that I knew that were there was a spotlight on them.
Mhm.
But then I was also like, that's not the lesbian that I am, and
You
like
don't wanna
that's
be
not the
Melissa
lesbian I'm gonna
Etheridge.
date. I
Right.
didn't even know about her.
I
So
didn't
those
know
were the
about
2
Melissa
lesbians I
Etheridge.
knew. There were
Mhm.
no lesbians in my town.
Yeah,
None of my friends' parents were lesbians. None of my friends were. There was no lesbians in my school. There would be one gay guy, one gay kid. Oh, he's gay. That was it. So I was like, it was a representation thing. Also, I was like, I don't know how to be gay. Like, okay, let's say I tell people I'm gay. Who am I gonna date?
Mm.
Is there anyone? Like, I just didn't know. Like,
Mhm.
I was just ignorant to it or just blind to it.
Mm.
Do you have
Yeah.
siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 younger sisters.
Are they gay?
Okay.
No, they're not gay. They're so straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have very similar situation. I mean, I grew up in Kentucky for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
And were you in like Manhattan growing up?
No,
or
I grew
were
up in
you-
Connecticut.
In Connecticut.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a private
fucking look at me.
school?
I
I'm
grew-
good with you.
No, it's your wife.
I know. I'm sorry.
I grew
The
up in
shade
Weston.
over here. You
Just
stay in the
makes
sunshine
me-
with
Like,
me.
what did I
me
do?
no,
Like, it's not
you
my
didn't
fault.
Just, no,
Stay.
I
I'm
didn't
sorry,
do-
like,
you
I'm
didn't
coming and doing your
any-
show.
I
Like,
know.
what do you want me to do, Lee?
You
It's-
didn't.
I'm
You
just
didn't
so
do.
hot.
Lock
any-
in
I'm
over
telling.
here.
I don't
It's like,
care.
these are your
It's just
issues,
making
dude.
me laugh.
So
No, you're just making me laugh. 'Cause
I've
No,
never
I'm
seen
just fucking
anybody
with you.
handle Rosenstein the way you're
No,
handling
I'm just fucking with you.
Rosenstein.
I grew
love
up
it.
in Weston, Connecticut.
But was it a
Yeah.
private school?
No, it was a public school.
Public school.
See,
All
it's
I'm
okay. She
saying
was on
this-
the other side of the tracks.
Yeah, I was on the other side.
Public school.
But you grew up in LA,
Mm-hmm.
and I relate very much to Ali's mindset perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Did you grow up like that? Being in LA, where like, did you have more? I don't know, more people out in your school? Was it
Oh.
more of a talked about? Was it a more?
Well, where I grew up in Rancho Cucamonga. The Inland Empire is very conservative,
Mhm.
very conservative, and so there's 2 out lesbians in high school, Roxanne and Anna, and I wasn't out, but I had crushes on my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
I even bought her a one of those hearts from Mervyn's.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Mervyn's?
No, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I love it. I love the specificity.
I
A Mervyn's
I
heart.
bought and I gave it to her, and it
Mervyn's
totally
is-
weirded her out.
Yeah.
I didn't understand, and then we weren't friends anymore.
Fuck.
But I know I was crushed. I
That
was
sucks,
crushed.
dude. Did she have a boyfriend?
She did.
Fuck him.
Oh,
She actually married her high school boyfriend.
Fuck him,
I
dude.
know, dude. I know.
Dude, what?
I was in love, and I didn't know I was in love until after I came out. I'm like, oh, that's what that was.
Dude, my best
Um,
friend in high school, her boyfriend texted her one time, I'm going to do stuff to you tonight that Ali Kolbert only wishes she could do to you.
oh my god.
Fucking piece of shit.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, and that dude's life is fucked now. So fucking rotten hell. Michael.
Fuck you, Michael.
Fuck you,
Fuck
little
you,
bitch.
Michael. You little bitch.
Yeah, I did
Coming
fuck
after
your
you.
girlfriend.
Fuck off.
You got your best friend a heart from.
Mervyn's,
I
the
did,
Mervyn's
from
heart, the
Mervyn's,
kiss of
Mervyn's
death.
department store. Yeah, no, it was rough, man. I used to be called Dyke all the time in Fairy. I didn't even know a fairy. I'm like, why am I being called a fairy?
Fairy. I don't
Back
even
then,
know
and
I was
then-
called a lesbian. I was like, what's a lesbian?
I was never called a
I was
lesbian.
I
I do remember
I was
once.
called a lesbian.
I do remember once
I was
I
like,
was
how do you
with
know
with my dad in his Pathfinder drive. So that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
Driving, and I asked him out of the blue, like, what would happen if I said I was a lesbian?
Yeah.
He was like, just get you therapy. But this was like in the
Oh,
mid
shit.
90s,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, he's so great now. He's like, he loves Sarah.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Very like liberal, like cool dude now. But he wasn't.
Yeah.
But then people change,
Yeah.
you know?
Same thing with me and my dad's
Mhm.
Rolls Royce. I said
Yeah.
I'm gay, and he was like, that's,
not in a
he was like, that's fine.
Ford
my-
Did your
Focus.
servants hear?
yeah,
or was it just
the maid
between you two?
overheard it, and then
Mm.
he was like, that's cool.
I just want to point out, you keep pushing that button. I haven't mentioned it.
She had to go
since-
stay in like
It's
one of
like
the
what
8 guest
a good
houses.
comedian would do.
That's
you know?
true. You're doing your job. You're doing your
You
job.
know? I'm not gonna just let you just talk however you
That's
want
true.
without me just peeing all over you.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, no, I was severely bullied for being the way I was and the
Yeah.
way I looked and the way I talked because I couldn't talk. So I was like brutalized.
What do you mean you couldn't talk?
I had like a speech impediment, hardcore speech impediment issue.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just And I was probably stinky. Yeah, I was
Wow.
just like, it's hot. I know.
Wow, man.
I know.
Well,
Sounds like you suck.
I
Yeah.
suck. I had like no friends.
I was like, damn!
No, it's
think
cool.
you were a loser.
I
You
was a
stinky
total
ass loser.
I was, dude. And a total dyke tomboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hot.
I played sports. I just blend in. I was
She
like, I'm
played
an athlete,
volleyball.
bitch.
And you were dating dudes?
She was all about the dick.
Do you care that she was like, are you worried she's gonna like try and fuck a dude or something?
I feel pretty confident in our marriage.
Yeah.
Listen, all right. Like, well, I also too. I'm very loyal. Like, I would never like. The last time I cheated on anybody was literally
week
when I
ago.
was
Last
18.
Rolls Royce. Okay.
Ford Focus.
Pathfinder.
Is that what people
I don't
do
know
on
what
the
we're doing.
stage?
Yeah.
Just
Something.
letting you.
That made sense.
Felt
The
good
last
to
time
me.
you cheated on anyone?
When I was like 18, it was like in college. I was
last
drinking.
year.
What the fuck? Yeah, so
A
short
couple
time
years
ago.
ago.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But whatever. I was drinking. I was drunk. Whatever. But no, like in relationships, I'm very. I'm not. I've never been like that. Like if I'm with you, I'm with you,
Yeah.
and if I'm not with you, I ain't. But like,
Yeah.
but if I'm with you,
She's with me right now.
but no, but like meaning that it all goes back to like exes. Like I'm not gonna go and you know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. I'm loyal. What's the longest
you loyal?
relationship?
Oh yeah, I'm loyal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, hold on. Before we go, because here's the thing, because I have to ask you your question, but let
Yeah.
me share. Okay. So the one thing that I told you, I ask all of my guests is what's the most not cool thing about you. But before I do that, we had some people write in about theirs. So it
Oh.
might give you an inkling of like,
Love that.
So somebody wrote in and said, I was so cool that I flew 5,000 miles to take someone on a date to a Jessica Kirson show. And 4 months later, I found out the person had been married the entire time. Not so cool anymore.
Wow.
There's that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then this other one was, I have the uncoolest junior high dance story. I created a dance and I was certain it was going to be a hit and everyone would start doing the dance.
Yeah.
Not only did that not happen, I ran into a really cute girl and I made her spill a drink on her dress. So that was not cool nor smooth.
Wow.
So just a couple of references
Got
to be
it.
like, is there anything like what's the most not cool thing about you or something cool
So
that
we
happened?
were kind of talking about this before. I don't feel like I'm cool.
Mhm.
I think like
You're so
the
cool.
idea of cool is if you kind of have something that like the things about you that are kind of highly curated.
Uh-huh.
Is that cool when you're curated? And then there's this kind of renaissance now of like is it like the opposite of that, which is like, look at me, I'm so raw. Look, I'm just whatever. I'm Pete Davidson. My nails are painted. Look at me in my sweats. Now that's cool that he doesn't care.
Mhm.
So it's like I don't understand. If I care a lot and like curate the look, that's cool.
Mhm.
But then if I don't care at all and embrace that, then that can also be cool, right?
Mhm.
Are both of those things happening at once?
I think what's behind both of those things
Yeah.
is that you have to be 100% confident, airtight,
All
Yes.
in.
that this is what the fuck we're doing.
Right.
And so if you're that bold and confident, like Pete Davidson has no apologies about wearing sweatpants and having a fucking upside down cross on his nail, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, then we're like, okay, like I
Right.
think that's with anything.
You're right, because then I think the not cool creeps in when you're like totally earnest about something and it like people don't receive it well, and then you start to get insecure about it.
Right.
So if you flew to that Jessica Kirson show and that person was married, sorry, this is an examination of cool,
Yeah, go.
and that person was married, that's then, and then you're like, oh shit, that's embarrassing that I did that. But if you were just like, no, that sucks, that's lame of you that you were married.
Mhm.
And I fucking, how cool is my life that I traveled and I saw this sick show. Then suddenly that's cool. Right? So not cool. I mean, so many things are not cool about me. The first thing, I have Crohn's disease. That's not cool. You know, but then again, Pete Davidson has Crohn's disease. So is it cool that I
And
always
you
have
have
to go to the
slippers
bathroom?
on.
That's sick. I have slippers on.
Cool.
That could be that could be cool. That could be not cool. It's really, we could just frame it however. You know, something that's not cool about me.
You seem pretty cool.
Man,
Let me say, but here's what's cool about you. What I think is, it's
Yeah.
like what you were saying. When I first met you, you're 30. You seem to have a lot more life oomph behind you than a 30-year-old. Because I've met 30-year-olds who don't have as much. Because you seem ultra confident.
Thank you.
You're very, and again, she's a lot like this too. I don't know what it is, but you're very, like when I first really met you, I was like, oh shit, like she's unwavering in who the fuck you are. Like you could just pick that up immediately. I was
Thank
like,
you. I'm going to post this to my grid.
yeah.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should.
But that's what I mean, it sounds like you worry, you have like these aspects of your life where you're like a worry wart, or you stress out because of the care of other people and how they're doing and that affects you and whatever.
Yeah.
But like in your comedy,
Mm-hmm.
would you say that you're pretty damn confident in that area of your life? And if so, like, how'd you get there? Because most people do not in some sort of work performance, whether it's like comedy, photography, or whatever it is, or going to a cubicle, you know, like how do you, how did you get that? Like, how do you get there?
The confidence?
What took all that? Yeah.
Really? I the confidence to me was just, what the fuck was the confidence? The confidence was like a fake it till you make it thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Of just like, it started with my sexuality,
Mm-hmm.
I think. Because I was like at first hesitant to be like, this is who I am. And I was really nervous how people would receive it 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, oh, if I'm cool with this, everyone else is cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, and then it was a whole other hurdle of like, I don't know if you've ever felt this, but like talking about it on stage. Because when I first started doing stand-up, I wasn't out. Wasn't out to myself or anyone else. And then I was like, oh, if I just fucking own this, people laugh, people love it. Then another thing started happening. If I own my sexuality, people want to hook up with me. That's crazy. People that are confused about their sexuality see how clear I am about mine. They want to fuck. This is great. Okay. Now I'm starting to have some game. Now I'm like, if I'm just so fucking confident, straight girls are hooking up. This is amazing. Then I go down that path for a while. So I think it's just like, I just see that people are not confident. And I'm like, if I'm confident, everyone starts feeling more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I was probably being comfortable to make other people comfortable. And I just am it. And now I'm just confident. I know, like my girlfriend, she was saying this to me the other day. She is so hot.
She is gorgeous.
I'm like, you're so hot. I'm like, but I'm so confident. I was like, I'm so confident. I was like, I have such good charisma. Not that she doesn't, but I'm like, I'm swaggy. That's just what I have going on. I'm not rich enough to get you. I'm not funny enough to get you, but my God, I'm confident. I'm like, that's what we're working on here.
Yeah.
That's
I'm just
awesome.
like, just fucking own it. Just own it. You know? I don't know if I'm answering your question.
No, it's great because I always, it's very human. It's like, I always wonder because usually there's outside influence that helps people get to where these points are. So I'm like, what did you therapy? Did you read books? Like
Well, I
what?
always did therapy.
That's smart.
I've always done therapy.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to not do therapy. When people are like, I'm not in therapy, I'm like, really? Are you okay?
Yeah. They do nothing.
Nothing.
Like,
Are you guys
what's-
both in therapy?
I am.
And we're on couples therapy too.
Okay, God, I
Definitely.
have the best couples therapist ever. But I don't know. Life is like more fun and easier when you just own it. What am I gonna do? Walk around half committed to things?
People
Ah.
do. Yeah.
You want to go out with me? Maybe. I'm like, no. Listen. Here's the thing.
But
with
it's okay if you say no. It's
Give me a
fine.
break.
It's fine.
Here's
It's
the thing
fine.
with hooking up with hot girls.
Okay.
Here's the thing with hooking up with hot girls. It's like you have to stand in the possibility that it's gonna happen, and they meet you there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, listen, here's why we're gonna hook up. And it's all fake.
That's
though.
real.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've had this experience.
How? Like what? Having confidence and just rolling into the.
Yeah, you just have to have confidence,
Yeah.
both career-wise and when you're dating.
Yeah. I mean, confidence when you're dating. Isn't
You
that
have to have
clutch?
confidence. And with work, like if I have any doubt, I have to push through it because I love what I do.
Right.
And you have to show up for it as your best fucking self. Be like, yeah, I got this. Same with dating. Like, yeah, I got this.
But I also think
Yeah.
in like what, for instance, as an observer in your industry in photography, like I've watched her walk on set with massive celebrities and
Yeah.
their teams. There are teams there.
would
There's
scare me.
publicists. There's attorneys. There's
Teams for the teams for the teams.
teams for the
Freak
teams.
And their assistants for their assistants.
And she's riding solo on her job, you know.
Yeah.
And I always do think that I'm like, if she shows one crack
Yeah.
of what, if she shows even for a minute that she doesn't, or questioning like what she's
Can't.
gonna do, or like
If that starts happening,
how-
like sweat starts to like.
Right.
come
You just
down
have
the
to go.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to go.
You know, when I think about the not cool thing now, it's like, I think something that's not cool is not communicating like honestly with people, like having a game with people. I think is honestly not cool.
Of playing games with people?
Playing games. I think it's not cool. And I think
I hate games.
People think it's cool because like you're not showing all your cards. But the truth is you're just showing me, I think that you're like insecure. And I think people not being clear about me or like, I think that's not cool. Like just be like, I only want to be with people, not even romantically, like friendship wise, that are just like clear about how they feel about me. They're going to be consistent with how they communicate with me. That's cool. This idea that like being gamey and like kind of concealing shit and being shifty, like that's actually not endearing me to you at all. That doesn't make me think you're awesome. That actually puts me off and I don't want to waste my time.
Like I can't stand when people are like super exclusive and they just don't tell you everything. It's like, oh, I'm meeting with a friend. I can't with you tonight. Or like very like, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you do that?
Yeah.
Why are you that person?
I don't know
with
what that
Sarah,
is.
like when she and I met, she was very like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
And she came towards me and I thought it was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because you get to a point in your life, like, well, I don't care what age you are, it doesn't matter. Like, it's just that you realize you gotta have like the long distance mentality. If you're doing the dash, you're gonna get fucking tired of being somebody that you're not. You might as well lay it all on the table and be like, this is it. If you don't like it, because that's the thing. Like I've with her, and she knows this. At first, I think it was really terrifying to her, but I was like, if you want to leave, you absolutely can. Like I'll be okay.
Yeah.
And I know that's like that in the beginning. She was like, "What are you even fucking? What are you? Don't even care?" You know,
that can freak me off.
It's totally freaky.
It's a line she says. If you leave, it's fine.
No, I didn't.
I'm like, you'll be fine.
That's not what I said.
That can send me too. I appreciate the sentiment in it, though.
That's not what I said. But what I mean by that. But I also know she will be fine.
I'll be fine.
That's it. That's all I'm saying. It's like I've had enough experiences where I know, like, I'm not gonna die. It'll be tragic and really hard, but I'll be okay. As I know she would be okay.
Fuck, this is so real. You know, I was reading this, like, there's this Tom Stoppard play. I forget what it's called, Real something. But there's the cup, Real Living. I don't know. A married couple's getting in a fight during it. And the husband is explaining to the wife, he's like, I only care about making money and having this job because I want to live this way with you. I want this quality of life with you. I want to travel with you. I want to go to hotels with you that are nice. If I didn't have you in my life, it wouldn't matter. I would just eat I would eat canned soups and I would stay at home and I would have a studio and it wouldn't matter to me. And the wife is like, you don't get it. If there's not a part of you that doesn't give a fuck about me, you're not worth loving. And like, that's real. Like, I do think that like the fullness of someone's life, the fact that they can be totally fine without you is really fucking intimidating because a part of you, scared voice in you is like, well, then you don't love me. Don't you need me? But at the same time, it's like, I want to be in love with someone who like has so much going on, who's so fucking whole that like I'm inspired by them. And I get to like add to your life. We get to create something bigger together. But yeah, it's freaky. Like this insecure part of me is like, but I want you to need me.
Well, because correct. And I've been into, and talking about upbringing, I had all that when I was young. I was completely dependent upon either if dad loved me or if mom was approving or whatever the fuck, or if my older brother loved me even though I was a big gay wad, like all these things. Like I'll be okay if so-and-so approves.
Yeah.
And it's like you just get to a point, like I've had enough scar tissue of that that like at this point in my life, I'm like, I've had enough experiences where the most tragic thing could happen in my life, which did happen a year and a half ago with my mom. My mom passed. And so, but that was like, not to bring it down, but like just the reality of like, oh, that is the worst thing that could have happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm okay. You know, like it's just like, it's just constantly reworking like your little life spirit. I know that sounds very,
no, it's so true.
Whatever,
it's so true. Like I'm just going to keep getting run over.
Yeah.
I can survive.
100%.
Yeah.
So speaking of, because we do have to wrap. So, okay.
It's already been an hour?
Do
We're just
you?
getting started.
Because
Yeah.
you did.
are,
I
just
know.
getting
There's.
warmed up.
I do because I love. Anyway, I love talking about relationships because usually it's the crux of people. People can like fake it till they make it in their career and whatever because it's detachment almost, especially
Totally.
with stand up
Oh
comedy.
my God. Yeah. This is a monologue. It's so pathetic.
How does your girlfriend feel about dating a stand-up comic?
I don't even know.
Have you guys
I
talked
asked
about
her.
it? Because
How long have you guys
are
been together?
4 months, 3
cuckoo.
months.
Oh, so it's
But
so
I've known her
fresh and
forever.
new
But
and
I don't
cute.
know how she feels about it. I think she thinks it's cool. I don't fucking know. Let me ask her. Let's call her.
Can
Do you
we?
want to call her?
She's at work.
Oh, boo.
Being
Should we try?
investigative.
Yeah, give
Do
her
it.
a call.
She's not gonna pick up.
She
How do you
might.
feel about dating a stand up comic while she's reaching her girlfriend?
I mean, it's fine.
It's great.
She's gonna be like, "What do you need?" Hello,
What's her name?
Lauren.
She's beautiful. I'll show you a photo of her on her story.
Lauren, pick up.
There's no way she's gonna pick up. She has a real job, guys.
Lauren, pick up.
There's no fucking way.
Lauren, pick up.
Well, what time is it in New York? Oh,
It's
3.
3
She
o'clock,
won't pick. She's not gonna
3:07.
pick up.
Lauren, pick up.
No way.
Lauren. Lauren picked up.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit,
I can't-
she-
all right,
she
you're
picked
on
up.
this podcast really quickly. How do you feel about dating a stand-up comedian?
Do it. Tell us.
Tell these lesbians.
Tell us. Tell us.
I like it.
You like it like for now or like forever?
Did you hear that?
I feel like
Babe,
she's underneath her.
You're definitely
desk.
under your desk. She can't hear you.
Can you hear us?
Here, sorry, I just stepped into a conference room.
I
I don't know.
I'm
I told you
obsessed.
she has a real
You have a
job.
real
She
job.
can't
She's
just
army
pick up
crawling
calls
to
in the
a
middle of the
room.
day.
Yeah.
But listen.
I told them that. They said, call her. I was like, she has a
She
real
did.
job.
I did.
I
I
know, I
did.
was worried that like something was wrong.
Guys,
No, I'm so sorry.
that's their fault.
But
Apologize.
but it's important. Like, how do you feel about dating a comic? Do you feel like it's mental illness? Do you feel it's safe? Tell me everything.
I think she's just creative. I don't know. It's such a hard question because I don't think like.
She sounds healthy.
She sounds healthy, they're saying.
Well, I think about dating you as you. You've been like you're. I think more about like how do I feel about dating a friend. And then this, like that was such a big thing that I had to think through. And the comic thing is just what you do.
Yeah, she doesn't care about it. Thank you, sweetie. Sorry, I love you.
You're so sweet. Nice to meet you. I'm Jen.
I love you. Have fun.
I love you too.
I love you.
I love you too.
We love you.
We love you.
Have fun at work.
What's not cool about you?
No, guys, leave her alone.
No, leave
Okay,
her
bye.
alone.
Bye, love you.
Bye. She's like, oh my
She's
God.
not so cute.
Always got to push
She
it.
sounds like she's a mature woman.
She's a mature woman.
That's hot.
Okay, so so what is going on as we have to wrap it up, but what your
Thanks,
stand up,
Lauren.
what is next in your stand up life?
Oh my God.
Shows.
You know,
I know you hate this
I wrote
part,
this
but I
like
just
one
wanna
woman
make sure.
show.
You did?
Yeah. That I'm trying to do. But speaking of like vulnerability and I don't know what we're talking about, all that stuff, it's scary to me to perform something where you're not going for the laugh.
Mm.
Like
I hear
really
that.
freaks me out. So I'm trying to figure out how to like make it alive. And I don't know. It's nerve wracking to me to perform something that's not just funny.
So it's
Ooh, I'm
more
so interested.
it's more
about
serious.
this.
Okay, so it dives into more serious
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like relationship stuff and sexuality stuff. And I dated like all these girls that were all named Allie. And it's kind of it was a play on that because I'm Allie and they're Allie. And I wrote this show called Allie.
So funny. I only know
That's
2 alleys
awesome.
in my whole life, and
Really?
you have several alleys. Yeah, I'm like,
And
how
they're
the
both
fuck do you go-
comics.
A land of alleys?
And they're both comics.
No, it was best Allie Reynolds. I went to grade school.
Oh, I'm
with
talking
her.
about Allie.
Oh, Allie McCoskey.
Allie
Okay, I know
Mack.
3. I suck. Okay, but is that the dream? Would you rather do stand up or would you rather do like okay? I would love like David Sedaris.
Yeah.
He reads his book. I'm
Oh,
not an
so fun.
author, but I
would love that.
Right, my top before stand up comedy because that's a thing. The thing with stand up is the thing that bothers me is you have to do fucking punches, and I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I just want to tell a fucking story.
Yeah.
A goddamn story.
I like
with
that.
adjectives and feels and shit in different voices. You know, like I want to read it.
I love that. I want to do that too.
Right?
Yeah,
like
it sounds really
that's-
appealing.
That
Sounds like a relief.
it's a
that
because
way.
it's long form. It's
Yeah.
like there's gonna be there's a whole page of no laughs. think about fucking that, you know? And then the second page, we don't get to a laugh until the bottom of the goddamn last paragraph, you know?
I love a stand-up being like, I don't want to be funny anymore, all right? I'm tired. I'm tired of the funny part. I just want to do the not funny part, all right? Yeah, okay, great. Do the not funny part.
You can open for our book tour.
That's
We'll
so
do a book
funny.
tour together.
Yeah.
I'm like, actually, there is
Tired of that chuckle stuff.
there already is a comedian who does that. Hannah Gatsby. I think Hannah Gatsby's cornered that market of like, I don't want to be funny as a comic.
Yeah.
So
And she's not.
Congrats.
She
did it. No, but she did that.
Okay, so you want to? Okay,
I
what
want to
is
put
the
that show on.
What's the name of your one woman show? Do you have a name?
I don't know. Ali, maybe. I don't know.
Okay,
I
and
want
are
to
you
watch it.
are you in the
I
middle
do.
of
Watch it.
writing it?
I wrote it.
You wrote it because you were. Did you ever write for SNL? You just interning at?
No,
30
I was
Rock?
a page at NBC, so I didn't write for SNL. Oh my God, that's so different.
But you
I got
have
coffee for like Keenan.
Okay,
But yeah, I wrote for SNL.
okay. We'll just say.
I was a writer for Saturday Night Live.
But you do writing. You do other writing gigs, right? You're a writer.
I guess so. Yeah, do I? Sure, I do. Yep, I do.
It's pretty badass.
Okay.
Cut to the
What
end-
would
cut to
you
the end of
put?
the episode?
Would you put the show on in LA or New York or both?
I think there's probably more space for it in New York, but I'll do it wherever they'll let me.
Okay.
There's more like little grubby little shit rooms in New York for you to just be like, everyone come to this spot in Brooklyn and I'll talk about this. My feelings in a basement.
Mm.
You know?
So dreamy.
Yeah, it's fucking
I love that
it's
shit.
a dream.
I've done
Moth.
one woman shows.
She,
The
has.
mo-
She brought a pony on.
I actually went to the
Stage.
Moth. I drug her ass to the Moth.
Wow.
'Cause I love
you
it.
put on a one woman show?
I did. I put
Wow.
on
In
several.
Kentucky. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna ask you about it after this.
Several.
Curious about the process.
I mean, I was. Yeah.
The
I mean,
process.
I was much younger. I don't. The thing is, the good thing about being a younger person is you don't put any more thought into a lot of it. You just fucking pitch it up and hit it. You're like, hope this works out.
But that's good.
No, it's
Don't
great.
be precious about it.
Yeah.
I'm being too precious about this because it's different.
When do you want to put it up by?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
This year.
This year?
Yeah, come on.
Then do it.
I
Just
wanna-
do it.
Fucking go.
Just do it.
So just go do it, like rent a space and just
Yeah,
do it.
Just
Elysian
fucking
Theater.
do it.
Do I
Everybody-
practice somewhere?
Oh yeah, the
to
Elysian Theater.
rehearse.
That's the
Where do you
fucking
rehearse?
place.
Elysian Theater is really cool. It's like a
It's in Frogtown. It's on the east side.
East
Yeah.
Side. It's
That's
like
why I'm doing my Netflix show.
But you're Oh, you're in the Netflix
Netflix
Fest,
is a joke. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When are you
I think it's
performing?
at the
Okay.
Elysian. Or is it at the Lyric?
Okay.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
When are you performing?
May 12th.
May 12th,
Yeah.
either at the Lyric or
Elysian.
I'll tell you right now.
the Elysian. That's really
What
big.
about
I'm excited.
Dynasty? Dynasty typewriter.
No, it's not there. It is at the Elysian.
The Elysian.
Telling you,
Look
you're
at
gonna
that.
love it.
That was serendipitous. You should do your actual show.
It's a
at the
great
Elysian.
place to do that.
Whoa.
You have a lot to
You want to
think
do some
about.
time on it?
Yeah, I do.
It'll be so
The
fun.
Elysian's fun. You would really. A lot of people have done like their shows, like one person shows at the Elysian Theater.
Okay.
All right,
It's a
so
great
you're
space.
performing May 12th for Netflix is a joke
Yes.
at the Elysian Theater.
Yes.
Look out for that. Are you touring anywhere else? Matt Rife
Just do
shows,
that,
whatever.
My podcast, Breaking Down. We got to have you on.
Mhm.
I fulfilled the order. I'm waiting to see if they order it again. Then we'll start booking. We haven't booked in months.
I was gonna, because I saw that the last time I went on YouTube, and that's, by the way, thank you for your podcast, because you put on that's how we reconnected. Because
We did?
because I reached out, you put something on your stories of like, oh, I signed like a deal. You were joking,
I
but
said
like
for
$1 million
$50 million
deal, or
and everyone's
whatever.
like, "That's amazing."
I'm
Yeah,
an
we
idiot.
were
I was one of
We
them.
were at dinner or something, and she was like, "Oh my god."
I thought it was so cool, and so I was like, Allie.
People are though. Didn't what's his name?
I know
A lot of people are, but anyway,
but not.
it doesn't.
me.
Nonetheless, I
Yeah.
was
Could
like,
be you.
congratulations, and so that's how we re-hooked up. So I hope that your podcast continues soon.
And then we can have you on.
But get it.
Let's have
going.
both of you on.
Just do it.
Cute.
Let's do it.
All right.
We
So
established a rapport.
I like it.
okay, so your podcast, your stand-up, anything else you want to mention?
I'm at Ali Kolbert on everything, guys. You
Okay.
can find me
With a K.
with a K.
With the K, not
Okay.
Stephen Colbert, but
no.
Ali Colbert.
Yep.
All right. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for coming on Not Cool. I think we've took a lot of your time, but I love that you two. I'm
She's
not
very
sure.
excited about
I'm not
this.
sure
This
who
was
topped
great.
out on who. I want to say Ali's the
I love
winner
it. She could top
for
me.
today.
It's totally okay.
And thanks for coming on Not Cool, and check out all of Ali Colbert's stuff on Instagram. Are you on TikTok?
TikTok. I'm
YouTube,
everywhere.
Snapchat?
No, not yet.
Fuck Snapchat. I'm just kidding.
Snapchat's just for like
great.
fucking around.
I know.
I thought.
Follow her on all of it. I love you. You have a very
you
loyal
guys.
fan
Love
base,
you.
and thank you for coming in.
Thanks, guys.
Yay!
Stay Not Cool. Bye. Hey everybody, you want more Not Cool? then go to Instagram and subscribe to Not Cool Pod, and or on my own personal page, which is Sarah Hyland Rosenstein. And please don't forget to rate and review, and of course, subscribe. Thanks for listening and watching, you guys. Stay not cool.